East High School is lucky to be alive tonight after he was punched, kicked, and stomped unconscious in MLK Park yesterday afternoon.
Our Dylan Morello has his details after speaking with the distraught family who are now calling for justice. Dylan.
Dave and Kelsey, Amy Neal is the mother of Xavier Sears. The teenager is currently in the ICU at Oishei Children's Hospital. She says her son has been in and out of consciousness after being attacked by multiple students, suffering severe injuries that will likely affect him the rest of his life.
I haven't been asleep since this happened yesterday. I really haven't been asleep. I just been crying. It's really messed up. Like, literally, I've been trying to get justice for my son.
I'm appalled by everything that happened. This is his mother. Violence needs to stop.
According to police, around 3 p.m. Tuesday, East Community High School student, 15-year-old Xavier Sears, was assaulted by a group of people after school at Martin Luther King Jr. Park. Xavier's family says that students have told them the attackers were several seniors from Pathways Academy at East.
These are adults. Like, come on now.
These
This
kids
is
are ready
crazy.
to graduate from high school and you want to ruin your life over silliness and just being petty over something as silly as a song. Like, come on, man.
The family says the attack was over a music video and a cell phone.
He was sitting on the picnic table minding his business and the kids just came around from all sides and they just jumped him.
Xavier was kicked in the head, punched, and stomped on, suffering a broken clavicle and a head injury, which his parents say has caused him to have 5 seizures in under 24 hours.
He still has bleeding in the brain right now, and he has lost his feet right now, motion that he can't really move up and down.
He's got bleeding on the left side and it's affecting the motor skills on the right. So he doesn't have all the motion and strength on the right side right now. He's able to move his left leg. He got a little bit of feeling left.
He might have to have brain surgery if the swelling does not go down.
The police report says the alleged assailants ran off. According to his mother, who has a video of the attack, you can hear them yelling, "Leave him for dead." Xavier's girlfriend and friend ran to his aid, calling 911.
At the end of the day, I don't even know if I can tell if they're going to be safe walking home from school now.
A spokesperson with Buffalo Schools responded to the attack, saying senseless violence has no place in the community and that Superintendent Williams Knight will take the strongest actions possible against the perpetrators.
This is to the city of Buffalo. Pray for all of our children because we do not understand what could be going on through the minds of their peers nowadays, and for them to be out here just harming each other without even a second thought or even trying to make sure they're okay and walking away and laughing at situations like this. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? As parents, we have to do better. We need to come together and we need to learn how to be one when it comes to stuff like this.
At this time, the investigation into who is responsible for attacking Xavier is still ongoing. No arrests have been officially reported by police. A GoFundMe has been set up to support Xavier's medical costs. In the studio, Dylan Morello, News 4.
Hi, I'm Jim Roberts, and I'm with 716cash.com.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and minstrous women shall bring forth monsters. I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Salaki Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahushai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Lord, one that they can continue to endure and be sincere. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered 4 corners of the earth in the same spirit, teaching this word and believing this word, that they endure and be sincere. Shalom to the Akwath Yom that are believers of the faith and this truth. Lord, one that they can continue to pursue their lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord, one of the most have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that is not in the faith. Right? So I heard this, leaving work, and there's a lot of us that have kids now. I'm in this truth. The Lord put me in this ministry, and for anybody that is in this truth, you have to know prayer is a power, right? Really, we all look at it as a judgment from the Lord when certain things happen, because the Lord killeth, he bringeth to life. So if he'll killeth, bring you low in the grave and raise you up. You have to know sickness and some of these things that's happening. Right, let me get another precept. I believe Sirach, because you got to talk about the good and the bad, And some people like, you believe in the Lord that does this and allow this. We went off time and time again, This is Sirach chapter 39, Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, And it's a damn shame that happened, man. You got this Halloween. The Lord is about to pour a spirit out in this place, man. It's not about to be the norm. Eventually, like I did a video on anarchy, eventually that's going to happen where it's going to be lawlessness in this place where people are not going to care. We have little moments where Jake don't care. The time that we in right now is the big reveal, of the son of perdition. But the big reveal is the children of Israel coming back into the knowledge and remember who they are, And when we look at this child and many other children, that's in the society, it doesn't matter what city, what state, or four corners of the earth. If you're not teaching them, thus saith the Lord, even the parents is held accountable. Our children is the example of us. If our kids don't know who they is, it just shows that we have a lack of knowledge and we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Now, this can happen to anybody, but the Lord is, of course, dealing with his children of the faith. Now, we do go through certain things, we do go through certain things. And most times, if you do go through something on a high level, it's something that you did, it's really a chastisement, what are you going to do, And of course, when we see things about Jake, like me and my brother, I got angry, and the title of this lesson, is this that nigga spirit, man. The nigga spirit need to be eradicated, Let me get another precept, and then I'll read a little of the article. What did I want? I think it is, 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. It says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. If it first began at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of God? Right? The house of God is the 12 tribes of Israel, the tabernacles of David, Judgment is going to happen with our nation first because we turned our back and rejected the ways and the voice of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The 2/3 is going to get it way worse on this side. So them 20 kids, in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which when you even go into the 4th chapter of Acts, the apostles were speaking boldly. You have to teach and speak boldly in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And boldly I'm saying is, that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai touched them, man, in the worst way. The same affliction that they put on that child, Lord willing, the Lord sent something on the left-hand side to those 20 boys or girls or whoever it was, and they were from different brackets of age, ages, and how can, some Jake on this side say this is my, we in the kingdom already? How can you say this is a kingdom and it's death and murder on this side? Really dealing with our nation. Our nation is supposed to be reaping the benefits of the land and not this land. Mystery Babylon is still in motion. They're still moving in shop. This place is supposed to be destroyed, regardless if you don't believe it or if you do. This is something that you must meditate on and think about because it's going to happen. And the more that lawlessness is shown in the government and in this place, like my brother said, we don't got a freaking high level detective or higher force in Buffalo, even in other places. until they start pushing that martial law. When the COVID code, Salaki, when COVID code was here, you know, you had these certain type of marshals planting certain bricks in certain areas in the neighborhood so you could throw bricks, you know. Right now it's just really about getting paid. They putting younger cops that's not even ready. I even seen a Jake that seen one of his mans going through a certain situation, I think a fight or something, you know, downtown or something. He was like, man, that's my homie, man. And he started getting angry, you know, cussing and moving different. He a whole cop, you know. You gotta know, a lot of people that's in this cop system, you know, that a lot of them is just working for a check. You know, it's not really, they're not taking it as a job, you know, but really the children of Israel should really not depend on things on this side. Yes, we call them. Yes, we need emergency for the ambulance, but our true, we put our true help or our need, you know, our safety in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's why I said, in the name, I boldly speak in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you know, that the Lord, you know, put the same penalty or the same situation on them kids that touched this little boy Xavier, 15-year-old, you know. What if this was my son? What if this was your son? You know, I know I would be hot, you know, and I would have to call on the Lord, you know, to hold me not to do something, because how I'm going to find him, you know? But I know if since there's not nobody in my house, and I know that this is a child of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, he might not be in the faith, the family might not be, but the kids that did this to him, and that kid was just sitting at the park, then eventually walking home, and they took his phone. I hear from another person at work that they took his shoes, you know? You got to understand, the wicked in our nation is going to be touched because they plot against the righteous, you know? So I'm going to read a little bit of this. And he basically was saying some of these things, what I'm about to read in the video. It says, East Community High School student in the ICU after being assaulted at MLK Park, Martin Luther King Park. Buffalo, New York, my city. A 15-year-old East Community High School student is in the ICU at, I think Children's down the street, right? Children's Hospital, after he was punched, kicked, and stomped on by multiple students until he was unconscious on Tuesday in Martin Luther King Park Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. Park, right? Amy Neal, the mother of Xavier Sears, the teenager who is currently hospitalized, said her son has been in and out of consciousness after being attacked, suffering severe injuries that will likely affect him for the rest of his life. I haven't been asleep since this happened. I really haven't been asleep. I've just been crying, and it's really messed up, Neal said. I've been trying to get justice for my son, right? I'm applauded by everything that happened, said April Feen, Xavier's aunt. Violence needs to stop. The sidebar, violence is going to really stop when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai comes back. You know, violence is going to get way worse. You know, this right here is an open eye for all of us, man. You know, every example that we get when it comes to terror, when it comes to women, certain things be happening to you women, that is a huge eye opener. You know, a brother said at work, he said most of them, a lot of those boys that was doing that probably don't even got a father. You know, the mother probably hopping on different Oscar Mayer Winkies, like she hop on different chairs, like musical chairs. Sirach chapter 26, verse 12, it tells you that a woman opened her legs to every arrow, you know. The violence is going to stop when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai come back. But the elect children have to grow in this truth. We have to turn from our wicked ways. You know, it start with us turning away from this world and not being of this world. But slowly but surely, you know, it is a change going on because the children of Israel is waking up. To continue reading, it says, according to police, around 3 p.m. Tuesday, Xavier was assaulted by a group of people after school at Martin Luther King Jr. Park. Xavier's family said that students on hand have told them the attackers were several seniors. He's 15, several seniors from Pathways Academy at East. These are adults. Like, come on now, said Sean Neal, Xavier's father. These kids are ready to graduate from high school and you want to ruin your life over silliness? No, this is not silliness. This is foolishness. This is wickedness, man. Right? Silliness is something funny. You joking, you get to laugh. Ha ha ha. That's not something to be laughing at. But I bet you in wickedness on the left-hand side, you know, them kids probably was laughing, right? Because to them, it probably was funny kicking that kid in the face, making him unconscious, you know? It says, in just being petty over something as silly as a song, like, come on, man. Now, if they being silly over a song, you know, that's different. But putting a foot, you know, nah, this is beyond that. And that goes back to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, where it says, you know, it be spirits created for vengeance, you know? It says the family said the attack was over a music video in a cell phone, right? It says he was sitting on the picnic table, minding his business. Sean said the kids just came around from all sides. They just jumped him, right? And sidebar, if you in this faith, it's lucky for the little message. I'm just excited, but I'm tight, like, but it's a warning before, you know, because it's going to be way worse. This is going to be way worse, right? But what he said, they came from all sides. That hit me when it comes to Jacob's trouble. You know, it's going to be a flood just like in the time of the Roman captivity. Esau's going to have his martial law, his National Guard, or whoever, you know, bum rushing in people's houses, man. But even outside of that, when you go to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, it even says that, you know, people will, neighbors will spoil their neighbors' goods, you know. I'm telling you, it's going to get way worse, you know. It's going to get way worse. That's why you have to build yourself in the faith of Yahweh Shem Al-Shai while you can. Right, to continue, it says Xavier was kicked in the head, punched, stomped on. He suffered a broken clavicle and a head injury, which his parents said has caused him to have 5 seizures under 24 hours. Not Caesar, but Caesars. Caesars under 24 hours. He still has bleeding in the brain right now. He lost motion in the feet right now that he can't really move up and down. Amy said he got bleeding on the left side and it's affecting the motor skills on the right. So he doesn't have all the motion and strength on the right side right now. Sean said he's able to move his left leg with a little bit of feeling he has left. April said Xavier may need brain surgery if the swelling doesn't go down. The police report says the alleged assailant ran off, according to his mother, who has a video of the attack. The assailants, the assailants can be heard yelling, "Leave him for dead." Now that's a whole demon. Xavier's girlfriend and friend ran to his aid, calling 911. At the end of the day, I don't even know if I can tell them they're going to be safe walking home from school now, Sean says. Right? That's crazy, man. And the rest of the stuff is what they talking about, about praying. The rest of the stuff that they said in the video, But this right here is just, you can imagine what's going on in other cities, other states, other countries. And for the children of Israel, even if you don't care, but for the ones that do care, we want to look at all of these as a learning example, and even outside of that, you know what it is? You can't stop the inevitable, You could be like, I'm walking my kids to the bus stop and then something happened in the school. You take your kids out of school and summertime or springtime coming, they playing outside, with their friends, and a spirit can hit them, and next thing you know, they mollywop your kid. This should be an eye opener to grow in the faith of the Lord, because the Lord is going to cover you and your household. But certain things are going to happen to be more of an eye opener. Kids got to grow in faith too. Certain things that might happen, what if we can't find, what if it's not resolved, a person get arrested and that kid still, your child is still hurt. The number one thing you do is calling on the Lord. Shoot, throw curses, You call on the Lord to put the same punishment or effect or feeling that you might have on them, But even more, every time when something do happen in your relationship, in your life, or anything dangerous, any type of harm, that should be an eye opener to do more for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to seek to be better, seek to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai better, because in your worst moment, your lowest moment, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is watching you even at your greatest moment. Let me go to this classic, because I just said that. Sirach chapter 2, verse 1, it says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble." Don't make no haste. Sirach 5 and 8, don't make no tarry to turn to the Lord. Even if you do get in a tough situation, a death situation, car crash, your car gets stolen, still call on the Lord. Because when my car got stolen, I look at it as a chastisement from the Lord. And yes, the Lord allowed me to grow. It was him, not me. He allowed me to grow, because in my old life, the anger, I probably would have slowed down with teaching and whatever I was doing. And if I would have seen one of them, two of them, one of them kids would have got touched, But when we're in this faith of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, even in bad moments, good moments, sad moments, you don't want to lose the sight of what you're working towards. We're really working to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and how you handle matters, how you hold on to your anger, or make a change in your anger, right? Those things is going to benefit you in the long run. Some of us can be too angry, and say if a kid is doing something, most of us in a certain type of anger, them kids is going to get touched. But then that's going to cause a parent to say something to us, So we really want to let go and let God. We want to tell and confess what's going on, so that the Lord can help us not make the wrong decision. And hey, and if your power is not enough, you want to call on the Lord, because the Lord can strike somebody. The Lord can put a death on somebody. Had all their power go out, they lose their job, And I'm really trying to tap into believing in Yahweh Shem Yahushai even more, because I know the Lord has the best interest for his children, And the children I'm talking about on this side is his elect, the one that truly believe, So let me get verse 3 and 4. It says, "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state, right? And this little man is brought down to a lower state, you know? And of course, either the mother and the father is not teaching him the truth and he don't know. Lord willing, you know, through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, just like today, I guess I'm gonna show y'all. Today, you know, after I heard this news, you know, I was angry leaving work, and then me and my brother was like, yo, man, what if it was your son? You know, we just got tight, and we was like, man, I hate the nigga spirit, man. We need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to come back. You know, worse is yet to come. And I drive off of work, and I'm thinking about a verse, this and that, and I'm telling the Lord, please send a worse to them 20 kids or however many kids. I don't care if it's a boy or a girl. I don't care if it's 15, 14, 13, 20, 18. I don't care what age they is. Please touch them, you know. And then a bus get in front of me, and it had the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and the person even wrote it in the Paleo Hebrew, man. And they got 12 four corners of the window. You know, I kind of the other side is cut out because I zoomed in to the picture. You know, I zoomed in on the picture. Look at that. You know, but that right there motivated me, and I felt that was confirmation, you know, through the spirit, through faith, and, you know, through the Ruach HaKodesh. I believe the Lord heard me, you know. I'm not the top guy. I'm not the first guy in this truth, you know. I just know that I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and I know the Lord created me with talking, you know, and he allowed me to read. He allowed me to get understanding. He allowed me to be a student and watch under the apostles and the men that is being sincere and teaching daily so that I can sharpen my sword, you know, so it's not dull. And the Lord always moved me into teaching. Like, I fell asleep at work on break, snoring and all. And I was supposed to be back. And I'm like, man, I'm about to go straight to sleep. And the Lord gave me a bolt of energy. And I said, maybe I might be able to. I don't know. And then I hear this leaving work, and then it hit me even more. You don't hear me yawning, and it's all just Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, because every last one of us has to be warned and be ready for what's to come, you know. So now that y'all see that, Lord willing, that motivates you, right? But let me get a few more, and then I'm in this. This is Sirach chapter 16, in verse 1 and 3. And then I'm going to drop down to verse 6, right? It says, desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons, right? And if those were, because you got to know, sons carry the generation. They carry the tribe, you know? They carry the descendants, you know? The man does, you know? But, you know, we don't want to desire any unprofitable child, a boy or a girl, because then that daughter, if she causing you a grief, she ain't gonna be a damn good wife. And then you over here laying yourself down, like, it really in this truth, you know, laying yourself down for your whole household. Now, when you remove yourself, like, say we wasn't reading these scriptures, you're not gonna think that your kids is unprofitable. But yeah, you might use the word, you ain't got no job, you ain't doing this, or you're cooching loose, you hop from every man to man. But you got one lady telling her daughter that she don't like her boyfriend, she feel a spirit from her, but then the daughter is showing cleavage, but you ain't getting on her. It's just the same as a mother might diss a man or a boy, however, but it's okay that her daughter laid with 5 people, 2 people, 10 people. Oh man, I can't deal, men ain't even right. You know, what happened to holding on to the virginity, you know? Now it's just like, man, I don't even care now, you know? Unprofitable children. This is why we observe and watch our daughters, right? Because your daughter, she don't hold the seed, you know? She holds the seed, but she don't hold the seed as having them in a sack, a nut, you know? She don't have the sperm, she has the egg, you know? But a daughter that's unprofitable is like a video that I seen It's multiple videos where you got girls yelling at their mom about cleaning. I gotta clean up all the time. Or you got a grown woman saying that I don't wash dishes for this man. I don't do his laundry. He do his own laundry. I'm not here to pay all the bills, pay all the rent. He's gonna pay all of those things. What happened to a woman working to be a Proverbs 31, being a helpmeet, you know? Because really a man is providing for the food and the clothes, and the things that a man will do, you know, that's off of his own love and care. Like, you know what, her bill, like, you know, I'm gonna take this off of this, you know. But a man is not getting in your life to help every need, you know. Now in certain cases, you know, if a man like in past tense, when you go into law, when a man humbles a woman, you know, he giving her assets and all that other stuff. But you got to imagine when a man has a wife, a woman, especially if she feel love, she's going to be a helpmeet. She's going to make things even easier, even more. That's why in some cases, even though a man can have another wife just to have another wife, but he do that to make it easier on himself when it comes to bills, you know? So I'm only just bringing that out because unprofitable children is the female and the son, you know? And you got to think, if these kids out here beating up kids, you know, them kids is smoking weed, they partying, they drinking. I was around when I first was 21, 22, where younger kids, 15, 17, 16, was asking me or other people to go buy them liquor or buy them beer, man. You know? Half of them kids is already testing the sex, man. You know? Neither delight in ungodly children, man, because it's unprofitable, man. Well, why is it unprofitable? Verse 2, though thy multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Shema shall be with them. If they don't fear the Lord, that daughter, when she gets older, is going to be unprofitable, man. Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way that they should go, they won't depart. These kids was trained up in a way that however the parents was, that's why they go in the way that they is. Most daughters is not getting raised a certain way. And even if a mom might say, oh, I wasn't like that, I was solidified, but, you know, I was a solid woman, I was a high value woman. But say if she got 3 baby fathers, 2 baby fathers, a baby father, but had 5 other, laid with 5 other dudes. Guess what? You most likely is a harlot. You a damn rabbit, hopping everywhere. But even more, you did not have the knowledge. That goes to a video I did earlier, the falling away, man. You know, when that falling away, we went a long period of time without this true knowledge. And look what happened. A long period of no knowledge. The Lord right now is only waking up his remnant. All these other spirits is just woken up to debate, come to contradict, feel like they got the truth or seem like they got the truth, but they don't. You know, that falling away really fucked us up, man. But that was all to fulfill the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And I'm thankful for that because I'm able to understand these things because those things was written for our learning, to be even more thankful to having it now. What is that? 1 Thessalonians 5:8. You know, we should be thankful unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Right? Give thanks to the Lord. So these kids is unprofitable if they don't fear the Lord. This is why you train and teach your kid as a young age, when they ready to talk, when they ready to ask questions and all of that, you start teaching them the name of the Lord. Start giving them little bedtime stories. Hey, if you just chilling and y'all watching TV and you watch TV all day and you ain't even go on this script or that script, especially you women, because y'all always near them kids. And you have a husband that's always teaching, so you should be listening a lot to be able to be like, okay, I get that. You know what? I'm going to get the easy things and I'm going to teach the kids. Because our kids' mind is not fully a high developed mind. So you give them enough to have their mind thinking, you know? But when a kid really desire this truth, the kids are going to be watching their father teach. Or when a father's like, hey, yo, love, yo, I'm about to bring out the scriptures, and the kids hear it. If they really have faith in themselves, they're going to be drawn to hearing this word. Especially the things that's going on. Things that's going on is going to draw your kids to want to be aware, you know? And that just goes with the Lord increasing the knowledge now, because he's putting the breath of life in us, you know? How is these kids gonna have the fear of the Lord? Because the breath of life is gonna be put in them. Let alone the light is gonna be shining in front of them because of the adults that might be around them. Verse 3, it says, trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude, for one that is just is better than 1,000. That brings you back to Solomon. This is Sirach that learned at the feet of Solomon. Solomon said, out of 1,000 men, he's seen one, and out of 1,000 women, out of 1,000 men, he's seen one, and out of 1,000 women, he's seen none. So he said, for one that is just as righteous, is better than 1,000. And better is it to die without children than to have them that are ungodly. If your kid is not believing, now we understand they're babies and kids, and then they grow, right? When that time when they're established, so-called under the law, so-called fully established under that grace, the age of 12. But slowly but surely, when them kids is able to speak, you teach them the name of the Lord. But you want to teach your kids, if they don't have fear in the Lord, they're ungodly, and really it's better to die without kids. Don't have plans to, I want to have this baby, I want to have that baby with you. Even a woman that's not trying to play her role, like she trying to usurp authority over you, you should not be trying to, slide some oil in that thing. Hey, guess what? I fall in that because I did that with my daughter's mother. But guess what? The Lord did that before I was fully established in this ministry to give me my little motivation. My little daughter is my motivation, because of another, past mistake, even of myself and of, my oldest son, Akai, that mistake, but that was way before the truth. The Lord caused me not to be able to be in his life because of her. But then the Lord allowed me to have custody of my daughter where she's in my face daily. And my daughter know the name of the Lord. She's growing in this faith and believing. And even more, I have other children. That's not my only one, And just reading this verse hits me as it should hit you. I'm not about to go in this house and know that my kids is not believing. Guess what? I'm going to be talking against the spirit that's within them, because if you are my household, you're going to be hearing thus saith the Lord. And if you're not going to hear it, I'm going to be talking about you being separated or doing the things of this world, right? So you can be humble and you can have fear, and the ones around you can have fear. Damn, this man corrected them. Oh man, I got to make sure I'm doing this and doing that, right? Because a true believer is going to be observing how a father moves, how a father speaks, and what a father likes, right? Because the father is really the authority of the household, with the wife in there or without. If the man is gone, he's still the authority of that household, right? And everybody should be showing that they believe in the Lord daily, man. And this just goes back to the point of this. This is not to shun on them. The breath of life probably wasn't put on them, but this goes to the product of the falling away. Not having this wisdom and knowledge, we're dead at the neck. And the mother and father is dead from the head and neck. That school, East High, is not a good school. A lot of these schools in these cities is not good. Even more outside of the teaching and all of that is because it's spirits within that school. And it's just some teachers is just thinking about a check and not the education. However they run these schools, kids is having sex in these schools. Kids is doing drugs in these schools. Kids are just walking right out, man, I don't even care. And some of these teachers is either writing a letter. It might not have the parents' number. They might not call. Hey, even if they do call, the parents might not even care. We just send our kids to school. Hey, we just send our kids to college, with no supervision, especially the daughter. The daughter shouldn't have no freedom, have too much liberty, right? Because you got to know she has that Karuchi womb, where she can be hot in the pants. Well, you have to teach your son how to be a man, how to grow to be a king. So he needs to be under discipline, even the daughter. But the mother, if the mother is not in order, the daughter's going to automatically go astray. This is everything that we've seen in this video and what we read, it goes even deeper with it, man, because there's other situations going on. It's a girl right now that's a stripper. I watched this YouTube video. I forgot the channel, where they was talking about like hookers and stuff. A girl she was doing hooker stuff since 14 or something, or 14 or 16. I think she 18 now, you know? She's talking about her mom, but then her father wasn't around, however it was, and look where she at. But she say she a boss. You ain't no boss. You a dirty woman. You know, you just open your leg and you doing it for money. Look how low we came because the falling away from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You know, this was all the Lord, because the Lord is trying to raise up his elect. You know, any child that is ungodly is unprofitable for us. So all these people that got kids and they not believing, they're unprofitable. But Lord willing, when shit really hit the fan, a lot of them been walking past the men of the Lord. The Lord might give them a flash when they was in front of a prophet. You know, to be a prophet, you are a servant. To be a minister, a bishop, you know, a apostle, a evangelist, you know, you are a servant of servants. You're a servant over servants. And you're a servant because you serve the living power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and you're a servant for the sheep. When you go to, 1 Kings 6, about Rehoboam getting the counsel of the elders or the counsel of the young, the elders told him, be a servant to the children of Israel. Because he's a king, he has to be a servant, because he has to order the kingdom a certain way to make sure it's established to to his community, right? Because he's a king, you know? If the king don't fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, or the king is not in order, right? The kingdom is going to fall into lewdness, you know? Dropping to verse 6, it says, in the congregation of the ungodly shall a fire be kindled, in a rebellious nation wrath is set on fire, right? And that's why I went to 1 Peter 4:17. Niggas is going to be destroyed. I say niggas because niggas is the 2/3. You other nations, you fall in the category of niggas too, right? I'm gonna just get some quick ones on the back end, right, to make this a little quick, right? So this is Proverbs 22:15. It says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him, right? So what these kids did and was continually going on in this society is foolishness, man. Wickedness, you know, and these kids need that belt, man. They need to get popped upside the mother sucking head, man. You know, a real tapping. And through the spirit, when we getting corrected, when it comes to these teachings and these lessons, you getting a spiritual ass whooping. Salaki for my Spaniatial. I'm just talking. Salaki for my French, right? So foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. You know, that's why even more you parents, you adults, when they said let's come together, coming together never helped us. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, that didn't do nothing. We come together when it comes to thus saith the Lord, but even more we come together by moving as one accord. When you read the book of Acts and you read it slow, the apostles, the true teachers of this thing, they were moving on one accord, teaching one accord. What did Paul say? They teach, I teach, but we teach the same thing. All the congregations of this truth, we're all not teaching the same thing. That's why we're not on one accord. It's just different churches. But when you go in your church, you should be on one accord teaching 100% truth. What is that? 1 John 2:21. It can't be a lie of this truth. You know, if you teaching the truth, you're not bringing out not one lie. But if you're bringing out a lie, then you're not teaching the truth, and you got to fix that. So these damn monstrous children, they need to be touched, man. Literally. Proverbs 29:17, correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Yet he shall give delight unto thy soul, right? And only the kids that's growing in the faith of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to take the correction. Other kids is going to go against you. You know, it's this one son, I think in Northern Kingdom. He was in jail, and I guess he got released. This man stabbed his mother to death. That's not a child of the Lord, because a true child is going to take the correction. You know? This is Proverbs 29:15. It says, the rod and reproof, which is correction, give wisdom. Right? The rod is that whooping. Pop, pop, pop. Tsh, tsh. Right? The reproof, the correction, give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. And I just said, most of them boys, damn near probably all of them, is living in a single mother household where she's hopping like a rabbit through different men because her parents is hot. No structure, and even whatever man is touching that taco, right, probably is not bringing the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in the house, man. This is Proverbs 13, verse 24. It says, he that spareth his rod hateth his son. He that loveth him chasteneth him bedtime. Now, say if whatever they got away with, most Jake brag about a crime or something wicked that they have done. And they either go home, and I bet you the mom will probably just cuss them out. But you would know. They could get a whooping, and even more, that kid is in a critical condition. You would call the cops on your own child, man. Guess what? When we confessing about the 2/3 getting destruction and we teaching, that we're telling, man. We're prophesying the downfall of the 2/3, man. We're telling y'all, man. And we even, I'm praying for the destruction of the 2/3. Hey, and if I'm not accountable to be the elect, hey, the same things that I'm praying for is going to fall on me too, man. You know, the men of the Lord is telling, man. We're the eyes and the voice of Yahweh Shema Shai on this side, right? Let me get a side preset, and then I'm going to read one more, and then I'm going to close, right? This is Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, God who at sundry times in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, right? That was the voice. That was the mouthpiece of the Lord, the prophets, you know? So, yo, when it's a problem, we telling, man. We're telling. Even though the Lord would tell us, man, don't be afraid. Or if they don't listen, we still should be supposed to be teaching. But guess what? The Lord is already seeing what's going on, man. So you already got snitched on. Through the spirit, I'm 6'6", what his name, 6'9", Takashi, or whatever the heck his name is. Through the spirit, man. I'm telling on anybody that's doing the children of Israel wrong, right? The brothers that's sincere, you know, even starting with the apostles that I'm watching. It's not respect a person or favoritism, right? Anybody that's bumping up against them, man, yo, I hope Yahweh Shem Yahushai make whatever you putting in darkness come to light, man. I hope your shenanigans and your foolishness is exposed each and every day, you know? Even all you 2/3. You damn prideful BBL in the face butt women. I hope more stress happen. I hope you find the dude you looking for and he leave you unread. He'll touch you, leave you unread. I mean, he most likely don't got the spirit of the Lord, so I hope he leave you unread. Anybody that's turning their back on Yahweh Shem Yahushai from hearing this word, showing contentious, man, I hope you have a terrible day, terrible week, terrible month. When the dollar collapse, I hope you fall towards the taking the MOTB, you know? And again, if I'm falling in those 2/3, hey, it might fall on me, I'll take it. But for me to believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, I'm not taking that, because you're going to get the lake of fire, man. That same attitude, whatever them kids was doing, that's the attitude or mentality of a nigga that's going to be destroyed, man. That's the mentality of a nigga being destroyed. This is Romans 1:30, right? Actually, I'm gonna start at verse 28. It says, even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind, these kids, the parents, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetous man phone, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignant, whisperers, right? If this man laying down, if he don't come back, like say if he loses life, they're murderers, man. Even if he do come back, whatever they did to keep kicking him and whoop him like that, they had murder on their mind, like Melly. I got murder on my mind. They had murder on their mind, man. Right? It says, biters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, man. Yo, guess what? Whatever they just did, they are haters of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, they love pleasure rather than the pleasures of Yahweh Shem Shai. They can't inherit the kingdom. It says without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. You know, you are worthy of death, man. You already, man, they already been marked, man, through the spirit, man. They've been marked. Anybody else, like I'm telling you, you proud women, you've been marked. Watch when that day come and you need a man. A lot of brothers are going to be closing the door on you. You're going to have to be humble. You've been marked, man, worthy for death. Lord willing, this was edifying, and it motivates you and it have you observe to taking things in a different step, in a different approach. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, right? And double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Lord willing, that they can continue to endure and be sincere. In a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect in the same spirit, teaching this word and believing this word, that they endure and be sincere, right? And shalom to the Akwatiyam that are believers of this faith, Lord willing, that you can continue to pursue your lot and continue to endure and be sincere, being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. With that, shalom.